Hello, this is All Signs, your 7-day forecast, what's coming in for you each day. Aries, let's take a look at your overall energy first, and then we'll break it down day by day. All right, so this week, every word has power. So communication is going to be big for you this week. Really understanding the power of your voice, of persuasion. This can work for you in a lot of ways. This is how you confront communication this week. You can really get what you want this week. If you're trying to talk to somebody, you're trying to change an argument, move in a different direction, you really do have the power of persuasion this week to get what you want. But on the flip side of this, every word does have power. So you are being said to pay attention to what you're saying and with intention. Everything that comes out of your mouth has to be spoken with pure intention. Make sure you're speaking your truth, because it could come back to bite you in the ass later. All right. And also pay attention to your internal dialogue. What you're telling yourself this week really plays out in your reality. All right. So let's look at Monday through Saturday. Monday, we're seeing justice for you. This could be a day, it feels like some truth coming in. Again, we are seeing communication. We're seeing speaking your truth, though, and being honest with yourself. So whatever comes your way, this can be legal things, this can be commitments, this could be relationship stuff. This can be life or, coming into a balance. You're finally seeing some justice, some truth come out, right? And this is where if you have stood in your integrity and you speak your truth, during this day, well, all the time, but especially on Monday, you're seeing a balance, harmony, things, finding closure. A good day for apologies, a good day for mediation, a good day for just, if you've been through, some stuff with people in your life, and this is a good day to really iron stuff out. On Tuesday, we're seeing 4 of Wands. So we're seeing a good day here for you. Tuesday could be one of your best days. It feels like, I can't say that right yet. We got to go through the rest of the week, but this is a very happy day. It's spending good times. It's things finally coming together. So on Tuesday, you could feel like, all right, I know where things are at. All right, things feel really grounded, feel really good. This could be getting together with people that you care about. This could be events happening on Tuesday. It could be a very eventful day, making plans to catch up with people, see people, somebody coming over, hanging out with the person that you want to hang out with. It feels like a really, really good day to really connect with the people that you love to be around. Right? Wednesday, 3 of Cups. All right. So right now, I already see that this week could turn out to be a very good week for you. Paying attention to other people, what they're saying to you as well. It looks like you have a good vibe about you. This is socializing. This is connecting with people. Wednesday could be making plans to go out with somebody, maybe a date again, a party, celebrating a win. So already I'm seeing here, you are finding some sort of harmony this week when it comes to relationships. Things are really starting to look good for you. All right. And also, this is you too. You have the power to persuade situations, to get what you want, right? To connect with people and be heard this week. Thursday, I'm seeing the Chariot card. So things really picking up pace here on Thursday. You could be making plans this week to go somewhere, getting over any obstacles this week. I'm seeing this week as being very smooth for you. If there are any bumps in the road on Thursday, or if you're going somewhere, I do see pay attention to traffic, pay attention to your vehicle, pay attention to your body, pay attention to where you're being pulled, pay attention to where your focus is. You could have big ideas on Thursday, and for some reason, you're really focused here. You're really being pulled to do something. This could really be a day for you where you're in the flow and you're being pulled to new experiences as well. Friday, I'm seeing the Devil card, all right? So if you have somebody that that tempts you, if you have some temptations, if you have little guilty pleasures, if you have addictions, if you are addicted to somebody, there's a lot of lustful energy. And so there could be a devil showing up on Friday. So you do want to be a little bit careful on Friday. Be cautious of your choices. Again, it does seem like a really good week. You could be taken by other people. When I said that, it was 444. So we are seeing here, though, the Devil card says, everything is running so good, so smooth. And then boom, you can easily get persuaded by advise somebody to do something that you might know you shouldn't do. All right, so be careful of Friday. Saturday, I'm seeing 5 of Cups, so it's almost like waking up in some shame, almost thinking like, why did I do that? All right, so I am giving you the warning now, Aries. All right, Friday and Saturday, be cautious of what you're getting yourself into, all right? Because you know it with the devil. It feels good. It seems good. It seems like everything. So to me, it feels like you could be reconnecting with somebody, right? And everything's going good during the week. And then all of a sudden, boom, we're getting pulled into something, some temptation. And then on Saturday, you're waking up with a hangover going, how did I get pulled into that so fast? Well, it's Thursday. Pay attention to Thursday, because Thursday things are accelerating for you. All right, it seems like you're being pulled, you're feeling focused, it feels like you're going in the right direction, but sometimes we do have to put the brake on, especially now that we see on Friday the devil shows up, right? So we are seeing here maybe where I'm getting pulled, you know, it's good to go there, but you have to use your moral compass here and make sure you don't get persuaded into something that's too good. All right, so Saturday could leave you feeling a little bit down, you know, disappointed on the way things turned out. Maybe it could be just you internalizing and upset with the way things are going. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So by Sunday, we are seeing things working out for you. 3 of Pentacles, maybe finally getting things together or focusing on things that you have control over. I am seeing that even though Friday, Saturday could be or could turn, you have power over this. You could turn things around. Try not to beat yourself up too much on Saturday if you're feeling a little bit. This could just simply be hungover just by the ride this week, right? Because sometimes everything's going so good, and then boom, the high's over, the intensity's over, and we just have to deal with reality. So Sunday's saying just get things back in order for the following week. So I really love this for you. Sunday could also be a day for you getting together with people you feel are supportive of you, talking things out, hanging out. So even if Saturday does feel a little bit, you know, bluesy or like disappointed, it looks like it's not going to last very long, right? Because even the Chariot card showing up for you this week and the Justice card, it's just saying make sure that your moral compass is turned on this week, and that karma, you know, consequences, you know, life happens too. But overall, it's working out for you, Aries. I wouldn't be too afraid to have fun this week and go with the flow, but I would be cautious of that devil. All right, I love you guys. All right, Taurus. Let's do the overall energy for you this week and then go day by day breakdown. All right, Taurus. Fulfillment this week, a peace of mind. You have happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. All right, 4s are showing up for you right here. So green, right? Things looking good. Green means go. Green means heart space. All right, so this could be a very peaceful week for you. And maybe even you're kind of taking the lead here. You know, you're helping people out this week, people coming to you for advice. It just seems really happy and contentment with people that are with you. Fulfillment tells me you could feel really satisfied this week with the outcomes of relationships and situations. But the thing I like the most, and I think you love this word too, is peace of mind. All right, maybe somebody bringing peace to you, and people not aggravating the shit out of you, right? So this week could be a really good week for my Tauruses. Let's Monday for you. I see the Magician. All right. So already Monday feels like a good week of things working out. Whatever it is you're focused on, you are smiling. It feels like everything's working in your favor. You'll find the ways to work things out. It seems like you're on point. This is a new beginning type of energy. So you could have some ideas. You may be very creative this day. It may feel like when you want something, you find it, like you're looking for something. You could find something that you just forgot about because you lost it before, right? But it's just instant manifestation. You could be very focused on Monday. So this would be a day to really get things done that you've been wanting to get done. And, you know, feeling like people are in alignment with you again, too. So this is where this could be a good day, Monday, for you to talk to the people that you want to talk to. It feels like people are vibing with you. So very awesome start. Tuesday, I'm seeing the Death card for you on Tuesday. So Tuesday could be a lot of things ending, all right? We're looking at it from a day-to-day breakdown, so we're not going extreme. The death card says things are finishing up. You could be finishing something that you've been working on for a while. You could be finally realizing something that's been bothering you, letting go of something. A lot of major arcana, so this feels really internal. This feels like you know something that's been bothering me. It's been showing up for some time. That's over. Something's leaving. There could be situations in your life that are just leaving. You're no longer needing it, wanting it. So a lot of endings on Tuesday. So this can show up even with a relationship, ending a pattern that you've been dealing with, ending a fear. Maybe even some of you ending a relationship. It can go to that extreme, where you're just like, something, I'm done with this. I'm ready to move on. But the good news about the death card is you're ready for it. You've been going through some major transformation. So this could be a day of really just feeling complete with something being over. You may finish a series, all right, a movie series, and now you're ready for something new. It could be something lighthearted like that. Wednesday, I'm seeing 7 of Cups, a lot going on Wednesday, a lot of options, a lot of choices. So you could feel a little bit overwhelmed on Wednesday. What do I do? Where do I start? There's so many things I could do, but I don't know. Choose and just go with it. Take one thing at a time on Wednesday. It could feel like you have a lot of ideas that day. You may notice even new things coming into your life on Wednesday. Somebody coming up with some great ideas. You could be in your head on Wednesday, just feeling very creative and just wanting to do so much. And this is, you might need to ground yourself a little bit on Wednesday. This can be a surprise, all right? So I do want to say that too, the fulfillment, peace of mind. It feels like something could surprise you, something that you were thinking about before, that you were manifesting. And, this is like all of a sudden like, wow, this is something that I thought was maybe just a fantasy, but here it is, something showing up, and it just feels really good. A very creative day here. Now, there's a lot going on with this energy, a lot of options. So you could also feel a little bit confused too and uncertain. I have so many options. I don't know what to do. I have so many choices. I don't know which one to do because which one's going to be best? Which way should I go? And maybe if you're feeling overwhelmed, sometimes this could even be a day of not making a choice if things are too overwhelming for you. All right. So Thursday, I'm seeing rest day for you. So Thursday could be a good day for you to rest and relax. And you meditate. It could be a good day to just be alone, find ways to find peace in your life, really relax. You could also feel like somebody's pulling away from you on Thursday. Don't panic. I am seeing here peace of mind too, fulfillment. If you feel like people are pulling away from you, sometimes that's the God, universe, whoever you connect with is saying, Taurus, you need a break, all right? You need a break from everything that's going around you. Be okay with somebody pulling away from you, all right? Because that means sometimes it's not just the person that needs a break. It's really you to have some time to recoup and regroup. But it can feel uncomfortable if you're looking around going, why is it so quiet? Why is everybody leaving me alone? I'm used to a lot of things going on at once. I'm not used to somebody, but it's safe. It feels like safe silence, and just give it a little bit of time. If you are overwhelmed or are feeling kind of uncertain because of the day before, Thursday isn't the day to panic about it either. Thursday is the day to just kind of relax, reset, give yourself a break, and the answers will come. All right. So you may not need to make that choice that you've been wanting to make. It could come through clarity of silence. Friday, 2 of Wands. It looks like you could be making plans to go somewhere. So you are seeing movement on Friday. All right, things are coming together. There may be plans to go out for the weekend. There could be somebody reaching out to you. You may finally figure out what it is that's been weighing on your mind. Or if somebody's been silent, you're going to hear from them on Friday. All right, this is movement. This is, we finally, okay, things are coming together. Somebody's taking action on Friday. All right, so very good for you. Saturday, I am seeing your energy drop a little bit on Saturday. You could start to feel like, again, everything was moving, but now why does it feel like I'm struggling with this energy? I'm seeing this now even with Aries, the 5's coming up on Saturday for some reason. So it could be a collective. Maybe there's something going on on Saturday, which would be Aquarian energy, the moon conjunct in Pluto. I mean, this squares your energy, right? And Venus is there. So there could be some challenges. Maybe you're just feeling a little bit down or insecure or uncertain about, things were looking good. It seemed like we're moving. And then all of a sudden, I'm feeling down. This could be a mindset for you, and it might not have anything to do with your reality. So again, the peace of mind, right, is saying maybe this weekend isn't a weekend to worry about your problems so much. It'll pass you by. And this could just be you feeling like you're not feeling supported. Maybe you're wanting more attention. And this could be self-care for you. All right. Saturday could be a day where you've got to take your mind off your problems and go do something that feels better for you. Now, Sunday here again, 4 of Cups. So it could be a weekend energy. Maybe you're feeling a little bit stuck, stagnant, bored. You're wanting attention again. So I am seeing a mindset thing here, right? I do see love around you. So if you are feeling a little bit down and out, this is saying get out, do something that makes you feel happy on the weekend. All right, somebody is coming in. And again, the 2 of Wands on Friday feels like you're in this great energy. Things are moving forward. But for some reason, Saturday and Sunday, you might be getting a little bit anxious that things are not moving on the weekend. Don't panic, all right, over this weekend's energy. It feels like you're being asked a lot by the end of the week to really be okay with taking time for yourself. Now, you may be reevaluating relationships on Sunday. And this to me just says, think, kind of think about what's going on. Think about what it is you really want for the following week. I just feel like this weekend's going to be a reset for you, right? You have momentum picking up on Friday, and you feel happy. You feel like things are going good. But for some reason, you're not seeing something happen fast enough on the weekend, and you could get ahead of yourself. To me, it's just an energy passing by for you. Let me just get one more for clarity. I'm seeing the Lovers card. All right, things are coming into alignment for you, but you may be second guessing yourself by Sunday. All right, so when we go into the following week, you're starting off with the Lovers card already. So you may be feeling more connected or finally getting that offer or somebody coming back in by next week. So this weekend could be a little bit emotional for you. All right. I love you guys. Gemini, let's take a look at your overall energy for the week and do a day-by-day breakdown. All right, Gemini. We have the dream of co-creation, and we have manifestation and divine partnership this week. So I'm seeing alignment, things actually coming together for you this week, all right? Frequency alignment. So this can show up for you in a lot of ways. This can say, like, we're looking at love most of the time, but it just seems like we're on the same page. So even if job, communicating with other people, it feels like things are, the star. Think of the star card, all right? So it's like we're walking, we're going, we're moving, and things are just working out for us. In moments where you might be doubting this week, just remember the stars working for you, and people are on the same frequency. So you will meet up, you will come together. So pausing before any reaction this week and remembering that something you're manifesting is coming through. Now, this could be a good week for you to connect with somebody that you have been wanting to connect with. Monday, the Fool card already starting off. So this here is telling me that you are starting fresh this week. Don't start Monday with needing to know all the answers just yet. Again, this is where I was just saying frequency alignment. Monday's asking you to jump in, and there could be a lot of fresh starts on Monday. There could be a lot of new opportunities. All right, you're being asked to just go with it, not second guess yourself on Monday. All right, jumping into something. Unless, of course, you have been in an on again, off again relationship. This is saying use a little bit of discernment, but don't let fear and attachment to how something's going to work out override your trust right now. So you are being actually asked to have some trust on Monday. So Tuesday, I'm seeing the Hermit card. Things could be a little bit quiet. You could be feeling like you're spending a lot of time by yourself on Tuesday. You know, you got major arcana already starting up. So we can see here that you have something starting on Monday, or many good things. So you could go from everything feeling new, everything feeling fresh, everything feeling fun. And then all of a sudden on Tuesday, you're like, all right, it's quiet now, silence. Well, you're being asked to kind of take a look at everything that's happened and, you know, think about things, spend some time by yourself here. Or maybe somebody does go quiet on you. And this is where also, remember, the overall energy for the week is the Star card. So you could end up panicking and then wondering what's happening here. Well, remember, you just started off with the Fool card. So the Fool says there's a journey we're going on. And the Hermit card says this is just the beginning of the journey. Let's not worry about the outcome. Let's enjoy the ride. So it could seem like it's busy on Monday and then quiet on Tuesday. Wednesday, here we go. We have your energy. Things really going fast here. This could be your mind, right? This could be you all over the place, right? You have a lot of things going on. You could be making a lot of choices, a lot of decisions. Make sure you're being intentional here when it comes to Wednesday. You could end up saying things really fast, making decisions too quickly. Sometimes it's good to do that. Maybe you're meant to, you're being called, you're on a mission. But you can see that you're going from a very quiet day on Tuesday, and Wednesday, the energy just shifts quickly for you. Now, this can bring in a lot of good news on Wednesday. This can bring in a lot of communication and a new direction. It feels like things are actually speeding up. So this can get kind of weird. So keep this in mind this week. All of a sudden, everything's fresh, everything feels good, and then all of a sudden, crickets, and then all of a sudden, it's speeding back up again and accelerated, and a lot of good stuff happening. So this could be Tuesday, I feel like could be a really weird day for you. It could feel like it's just too quiet, all right? Thursday, I'm seeing the King of Swords. So I do see a person showing up in your life. But this could also be you having clarity in a new direction and getting the truth that you've been looking for, speaking truth to people. So a lot of communication on Wednesday and Thursday, talking about, you know, let's make plans here. Let's talk about the truth. Let's, you know, get on the same page. Let's be authentic, right? Let's look at the bigger picture. So you may have more clarity by midweek here from a person that's in your life. And this is also making sure that you're speaking your truth to people that are showing up in your life and not holding back. All right. Friday, I'm seeing 3 of Pentacles. So you could be making plans, going out, getting together, working on projects, working together with somebody, trying to work out something with somebody. Seems like we're all on the same page. Help is on the way. This could be a good day for money. This could be a good day for work, collaborating, team, you know, getting some help, getting some assistance, you know, reconciling with people, right? Seems like a very good week of moving forward. So you may feel like here, you know, things are kind of quiet, but by the end of the week, it feels like you are accelerating and you're actually making very strong plans here moving forward. So things are no longer up in the air for you by Friday. Saturday, I'm seeing the 4 of Pentacles. So we are seeing improvements. So it does look like you're building something and you're feeling a little bit more stable with somebody or a situation or even in your life. Now, this could be working and making some extra income. This could be somebody adding to your income. This could be feeling more secure in a relationship by Friday. You know, somebody here wants to invest more. So you're taking some major steps by the end of the week. And what I'm seeing at the beginning of the week is we're not certain. It seems happy and we can easily get caught up. And then all of a sudden it seems like somebody may pull back from you, or, you know, you may start to question things and kind of feel like, you know, I need a little bit of space too. So don't let Tuesday mess with your head, all right? Because Wednesday, you could end up, you know, spiraling with that Knight of Swords and, you know, assuming things are wrong or assuming things are, you know, going in the wrong direction. Whereas you can see that you are in alignment and you both are co-creating. So you and another person are wanting the same thing, but somebody may need a little bit of space on Tuesday. Now, Saturday, I'm seeing the King of Pentacles. So you have a couple people showing up for you this week. There could be some of you have options, maybe somebody new's coming into your life, maybe you have choices, maybe this is you starting fresh and you just are meeting some people, or you just have people you know that are very important and influential in your life. But Saturday could also be creating new visions and actually taking action towards building something more solid for your future. Somebody in your life may be really excited and very confident about and very attracted to you, attracted where things are going. And I am seeing, I'm sorry, that's the King of Pentacles. So I said King of Wands. I think that's the King of Pentacles. But it does seem like somebody's real serious about building stability with you. So you may be stepping up or in a relationship and figuring out, also financial too, but you also may be figuring things out about the future with somebody else in your life. Now, by Sunday, I'm seeing the High Priestess, and the Sunday seems like a quiet day. It's funny because it could be a holy day. Maybe that's the day that you're meant to take rest and listen more. And if it's quiet for you on Sunday, don't panic. It feels like things are really in alignment for you this week. Cancer, let's take a look at the overall energy for the week and a day-by-day breakdown. You have fulfillment this week as well. Taurus had this. You have the number 4. So feeling stable this week, a peace of mind, and even self-care this week. So let's see what's going on for you. On Monday, I'm seeing the 5 of Pentacles, Cancer. So you may be feeling like somebody's pulling away, or you've been still kind of down and things have been a little bit difficult. You could get in your head on Monday. Keep in mind that you have this green energy. You have this renewal energy. Peace of mind is going to be your motto for the week. So it seems like you are struggling with some difficulties here, and it could just be internal insecurities. On Tuesday, same thing. Monday and Tuesday, it looks like you're struggling emotionally and struggling or feeling disappointed, or you're getting caught up in disappointment about the way something has turned out. You could even be just fearing that things are not going to turn out the way you want them to. All right, so I can already tell your week is going to be, I want to tell you now that it's going to turn out better than you think. It's just that this mindset right here, you're expecting the worst to happen right now. And you're maybe, I'm not saying you're walking around shining your face and saying, I'm sad, I'm disappointed. You could be the most confident person this week, but internally it looks like your expectations of something not turning out for you is starting to overwhelm you. Now on Wednesday, wrong card. On Wednesday, I'm seeing 6 of Swords. Now this is when it really starts to shift for you, is on Wednesday. All right, so maybe Monday, Tuesday, you are feeling a little bit, things are just a problem right now. Why does everything have to feel this way? And then Wednesday comes along and you're moving from even the 5 of Swords out of your head, and things are starting to clear up. Now, this could be somebody coming back in that wants to continue, clear something up with you, move forward. This can be you going somewhere, taking a trip, plans working out for you, and like whatever you've been worried about, or whatever you've been stewing over, is going to show you on Wednesday that it wasn't as scary as you thought. It wasn't, you may have confused yourself. You may have think something's not going to work out. And you are seeing here that plans are still moving forward for you. Now, Thursday, I'm seeing 4 Swords. So it feels like Wednesday and Thursdays are going to be the big change for you. Thursday could feel quiet again, a chance to rest, reset. Maybe you're feeling relieved. This is where the fulfillment comes in. This is where the peace of mind comes in. So Wednesday is going to be a bigger day for you, where it starts to feel like movement is happening. You're getting the answers you're looking for. You're figuring out the solutions to your problem. And on Thursday, it feels like you get to relax again. Now, again, you may feel silence on Thursday too. things are quiet. It could be slight movement. It could be things are feeling good. And now you have a chance here, you know, to just give yourself a little bit of space. Now, if somebody does pull away again, or you feel like things have gone quiet, this is saying give it a couple days. Again, it could be a repeated pattern that's happening for you here. This could be a week of reconciling with somebody, right? But it's slow moving. So it's easy to get back into that panic mind, right? Where, okay, it seemed like on Wednesday everything was going good. We had a direction, and then all of a sudden it went silent again. Just remember that the fulfillment, the green, things are growing for you this week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm seeing the Page of Pentacles. So there it is, making plans here. You have messages possibly coming in on Friday. This could also show up as a way to make money, a new offer, new prospect, new potential, learning something new, discovering a new opportunity. But it's messages, it's sincere messages. It's somebody that may have been quiet on Thursday, but now you're seeing, hey, we're making plans to get together, right? Things are actually moving for us. So you could start to panic here again, but then here you go again. We're seeing messages and communication by Friday. Saturday, 8 of Swords again. It's like this is going to be this coming weekend. I have seen for all signs right now, and it feels like people are getting back in their head again and overthinking or doubting again. To me, it feels like you're getting movement, but you're not getting 100% certainty, and it's not enough for you right now. Something's really weighing on you, and this to me feels like it's got to take time to work itself out, but you are getting movement. It just doesn't feel safe to you. Now, the 8 of Swords can be you're in your head again. You're doubting things again. You're letting the old stories ravel your mind again. You're feeling disappointed. You don't know if you should take action. You got messages. This could show up like you want to reach out to this person again. You got communication, but now, you know, you want more, but now you're fearful still. So just know that Saturday could be an energy. You're in your head, and try not to let your fears take over during Saturday. Sunday, there we go. Again, communication again. So it's like a roller coaster for you this week. We're seeing potential for relationships to come together on Sunday. You're seeing a conversation. You're seeing maybe a misunderstanding on Saturday. So if you're feeling like you have a headache on Saturday, or you're feeling confused on Saturday, or you're feeling insecure, you know, it could be your person too. Maybe you're not hearing from them and it's making you feel like something's wrong. Give it some time. You know, this is also the 4 of Swords. You've got to breathe and before you respond to a situation. Seems like Friday, Sunday, and Wednesday are going to be your best days this week, and it ends up with you connecting with somebody. Now, this could be even making plans, conversating with somebody, reconciling with somebody, and that's what I feel like for you this week, Cancer. I feel like it's going to be a slow reconciliation process, but it could get you very anxious and and you could get ahead of yourself this week. Just remember that your motto this week is happy, healthy, wealthy, wise. So stepping above the chaos or above the nerves, right? But also you're seeing peace of mind. And when you start to get ahead of yourself, you know, find ways to nurture yourself and not react to the situation. Leo, the overall energy for this week and plus a day-by-day breakdown. Make sure to come back and let me know if this hits this week. All right, grace within the chaos is the energy for you this week. So there could be a lot of ups and downs, a lot coming at you, a lot of pressure this week. You have the number 8. 8s can be focus. They can be pressure. It can be lots going on, exciting, right? And a lot of life's complexities. So this is going to be adapting to this week and finding ways to get through this and stay focused, because you could easily get distracted this week and your energy could get pulled to areas that are not really worth your attention. Like trying to stay focused this week on what your priorities are. Now, there's going to be a lot going on, right? A lot of different things going on this week, but you can manage this. Grace within the chaos. When things start to get really hectic for you, that's when you really got to take a step back and breathe and stay focused. So let's see Monday through Sunday for you. Monday, 5 of Cups, right? So maybe feeling a little bit disappointed on Monday, like something's not going to work out the way you plan to. You could just be emotional on Monday. A lot of people are getting, a lot of signs are getting some of the fives here at the beginning of the week. And maybe feeling disappointed in something you did over the weekend, or maybe missing somebody. This could be very nostalgic. Just finding yourself emotional on Monday. This is, to me, feels like an internal state. You may be feeling down and out. You could just need a little bit of time to figure things out on Monday. Let's see how this plays out. Tuesday, 3 of Pentacles. So you are seeing by Tuesday things actually working out in your favor. So not getting caught up. It could be just a very emotional day. You may need to ask people to kind of give you some space. Maybe you're feeling, something happened or went down in a relationship over the past weekend, and you're kind of mad at yourself or upset with yourself or upset with somebody else because it didn't turn out the way you planned. All right. It's just about shifting your focus on Monday, because on Tuesday you're seeing the 3 of Pentacles and things are working out just fine. All right. You have somebody coming in, you have people working for you, people working together with you, feeling very supported. It feels like, everybody's on the same page, everybody's working things out, a collaboration, fixing things. This could be about you just kind of focusing also on things that need to get done. But you see a very good energy on Tuesday after Monday. So remember that. Wednesday, you have Ace of Swords, very good day for communication, clarity, and new ideas. All right, so something may come to mind. It's a fresh energy. So this day is going to be completely different than the other days, right? This is a good day to sign things. This is a good day to speak your truth. This is a good day to clear things up. Your mind, mental agility, you're on focus, making decisions on Wednesday. Apologies could happen on Wednesdays. Really good ideas if you've been feeling stuck or having a block in a situation, or a block with work or anything like that. This is a good day to really clear through all that clutter and see the way through, see the path through. On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the Knight of Wands. You have an awesome energy on Thursday, so this could be some surprising stuff happening for you. There could be a person coming into your life, new passion. This could be something fast and exciting that you didn't see coming, that really excites you. It could be planning for a new adventure, planning for a date. It could be just having a very good day. You're feeling upbeat. You're feeling very ambitious. You're feeling very creative. Again, this could even stem from Wednesday. You're clear. You talk to somebody, and now you're going somewhere with somebody, making plans. Very passionate and very fun energy on Thursday. On Friday, 7 of Pentacles. So again, we're just watering the rest of the week. So you see how the beginning of the week, the first day, Monday, could be just, down and out. And then you're seeing things kind of work. Now by Friday, you're seeing making plans for the future and finally starting to see where things are going. So you may see your life is going in one direction. Then all of a sudden by the weekend, you didn't even see this coming, right? So by the weekend, your life may be turning in a new direction that you were just unaware of, right? Making plans, making future plans, money. There could be a good, good source of income coming in, money coming in, taking time to just, some of you could be just working and just feeling good about the way things have worked out all week. All right. So you do have a lot going on, and just, to me, it's like you could easily get distracted on Monday with things not working out, but you're seeing that everything is working out, and it turns for you really on Wednesday. On Saturday, we have the devil showing up, so be careful. This is temptation. This could be fun. This can be really, our vices. What are your vices, right? This could be a day when that devil's coming back in. The person that is like, oh, here we go again, right? But you're so tempted. There's a lot of lust here. This can also be where you cave to your temptations, your vices. This can also be where you start to worry or get in your head, or or fearful, right? So just pay attention to Saturday. We can make choices on Saturday that we regret later. Now, if that's what happened in the past here, it could be a repeated cycle, right? So just be cautious of Saturday's energy, not getting into trouble, right? Maybe you are the little devil. Maybe you're thinking about doing something. Just think twice, right? Because it looks like everything is, going your way. But now I'm seeing the devil and I'm seeing that Knight of Wands. So be careful what you're wishing for because they're coming back in. Now, Sunday, I'm seeing the King of Cups, right? So it seems like a very calm, very loving energy for Sunday. Maybe you're feeling emotional on Sunday. There could be a person, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, somebody that you're romantically involved in. On Sunday, you could be feeling deeply connected with the people that you care about. Your relationships could feel, this is energy of contentment, and deepening your connection with somebody. But also you could just be very emotional and just feeling, in a mood, right? And it could be too this devil on Saturday. On Sunday it feels like, we're bonded, we're in love, we're connected. But I'm gonna say the following week, if this is a pattern that you're in, this could be an illusion as well too. So be careful of that. All right. And just a warning for some of you. And it doesn't have to have anything to do with that either as well. On Sunday, you could just be meeting somebody new, or if you're waiting for a water sign to come into your life, it looks like Sunday would be a good day to have a conversation with that person. I love you guys. Hello, Virgo. Let's take a look at your overall energy for the week and a day-by-day breakdown. All right, this card wanted to stick, so this and that are true. Being open-minded this week. There could be some nuances this week and complexities. And this to me feels like it could be two different things. It could be the same thing at once. All right. So you might be in a situation this week where, it's good and it's bad at the same time. It's good, but there's still problems at the same time. So nothing's going to be perfect. So open-mindedness, and I'm also seeing the Hanged Man energy as well, which means that we can get caught up. You have to make a decision this week of what you want to focus on. So this could show up as somebody showing up into your life, and there's just so many nuances. Don't ask other people. You can't figure everything out at once, right? And it would be easy. It's like a Two of Swords too, where you could start getting caught up in what if this, what if that, but what if it turns out great, right? So let's see, both can be true at the same time. It could be love, but it could also be a headache. It can be, positive, but still have problems, right? So let's see what's going on. Monday. 3 of Cups, right? So starting off the week pretty good. It feels like a celebration of some sort, reconciliation, or just happiness, right? Things looking good. Maybe you're reconnecting with somebody, or you're meeting somebody, right? Maybe you got your mind on somebody, or somebody's interested in you. It was 41 when I said that. All right, so this is a very casual energy. It's saying keep things light on Monday, enjoyment, enjoy the day, enjoy how things are going. But again, we can get caught up, all right, I know there's something going on here. I feel good, but what's next, right? And so Tuesday, I'm seeing the Queen of Pentacles. There could be a person in your life showing up that's very influential on Tuesday. It could be you just kind of grounding yourself. You may get caught up in taking things too serious on Tuesday. You could be overthinking on Tuesday, feeling like, you want to make plans. It's like, but this here too can say, just focus on what you have control over right now. This looks like focusing on yourself, not worrying about. Looks like you had a very good day, and now you could start really thinking and get it in your head. Stay grounded on Tuesday. And Wednesday, I'm seeing the Empress card. So you're seeing things actually form. Now, this could also be a lot of feminine energy around you this week. Maybe a mother, maybe a person coming into your life. Maybe you're just taking care of things, taking care of yourself. A good day to focus on self-care. But Wednesday looks like a day where things are actually starting to manifest for you. You're going to start seeing things move, see things grow. Now, Tuesday can be a solo day. You're just focusing on yourself and you're wondering what's going on. So I mean, you can do what you want, but this card here says this might be meant for you to spend some time by yourself, all right, and do the things that you have control over, your responsibilities. On Wednesday, it seems like a very loving, grounded energy, and things things you've been working on, maybe you're hearing from somebody, a relationship growing. You're starting to feel really good about the progress of something. So something is growing for you. Now, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're seeing the star card, right? So things actually coming together, things looking really good. Thursday could show up for you as being instant manifestation. It's showing you having a lot of faith. And again, there's nuances, right? So the star card can say it's a learning period. Remember, life is complex. Stay open-minded this week. It looks like somebody has great intentions. There's love around you. There's somebody that really wants to grow with you, but it is asking you to have faith this week and not jump too far ahead, right? And worry about things because things are growing for you. Look at this major arcana here. Right, Friday, I'm seeing the Seven of Swords, right? So you can start getting it in your head on Friday. I am seeing this could be a good day to ask questions. If people aren't being transparent with you, or you're in denial, or you're starting to question everything, maybe take a step back because, yes, again, some things are true, some things are not. You might not be able to trust somebody, but you still want to move forward with them. So it might be true that you can't trust somebody fully yet, especially if you're reconciling with somebody. But at the same time, or even a friendship or even relationships, it's just observing the fact that I need to ask more questions, or I just need to, take things one step at a time, one day at a time. All right, just because you can't trust something fully doesn't mean that it's going to pan out and not be and not work out for you. All right, so you are being asked here to maybe question things on Tuesday. Pay attention if people aren't being 100% honest with you, or you feel like something's off. Just ask questions. Saturday, I'm seeing Seven of Wands, right? So there could be some defensive energy on Saturday. So Friday, Saturday could become very defensive. All right. Maybe somebody's got their guards up. Maybe you have your guards up. There could be some arguments or some tension that happens on Saturday. All right. This is saying stand your ground, though. If you feel like somebody's not being honest with you, all right, this Seven of Wands says there's challenges. Yes, there's challenges in your relationship, but these cards here say you're growing with one another. So we're not going to have all the answers yet, but we also can't be so defensive and not give people a chance, right? Give somebody a chance to explain themselves on Saturday if you feel like somebody hasn't been completely honest with you. Sometimes people just don't even know that, or they dance around their truth because they don't know how to speak their truth. But it doesn't mean they're being vicious about something, all right? So that's what I'm getting for your energy here. Being cautious, but also it's a challenge, but it's a challenge worth working through. Now, Sunday, I'm seeing the Knight of Wands. So things actually really look good for you on Sunday. Things turning around. There could be a fire sign coming towards you, spontaneous, going somewhere, spontaneity, right? You may just decide to up and go. You may be going somewhere with somebody. Passion is picking back up. So Friday and Saturday, you may question things a little bit, but by Sunday, it looks like we really are in a different energy and things feel pretty exciting. All right. I love you. Libra, your 7-day forecast, day-by-day breakdown. Here's your overall energy for the week. First, we have rising to the occasion. You have 42, but it's 6, right? So this is a good energy of things coming back into balance, using your capabilities this week. Strength is coming through for you, and being authentic this week. You have blue, you have clarity, you have throat chakra, you have communicating with your voice through your speaking your truth, letting people hear you. Also, you have free will too, all right? So this is making some choices this week and doing what feels feels right for you. So the Strength card is saying sometimes it does take strength to really speak your truth and make a choice, make a decision. It's up to whatever you want to do, right? And rising to the occasion means you got to show up for yourself, all right? So let's see Monday through Sunday for you. Monday through Sunday. Show up for yourself this week. Speak your truth. Monday, 9 of Wands, right? Feeling like a little bit worn out. You're getting tired of doing things on your own. Feeling like, you're under a lot of pressure and you're rushed against time, right? You could start to feel down. It could be just that you're tired, right? Simply that you're tired. It's like a little bit of a setback. This energy is telling you not to give up, that you just might be feeling a little bit burnt out. Tuesday, the sun is about to shine again on Tuesday. Now, this is clarity. This is truth. This is, expressed in your true, authentic self. A very creative day. This is a good luck day for you on Tuesday. Tuesday can be a very Marsy day as well. So it's like having that strength again to really push through. Leo energy is showing up. So even that strength energy too. Finding the courage to do something fun. It brings, this could even be going outside, getting outside, doing something that makes you happy and feels good. Now, this is also a good day for falling in love, a new romance to show up in your life, feeling like celebratory, I guess, like if something's making you feel really good on Tuesday. Wednesday, I see the Knight of Wands. You have passion, you have ambition, you have drive here on Wednesday. So whatever's holding you back here on Monday it could just be an energy, I need to get out. I need to do something. I need to have some fun. I need to be real. You have free will. So whatever's holding you back or wearing you out, this is where you've got to have the strength to do something about your problem or do something about your situation. All right. And it's like if somebody's been holding back from you and you're getting tired of always trying to figure out a situation or trying to get something to or someone to see you or work or help you out or connect with you, this is where there's a setback for a reason. And this is where you're finding ways to recoup and do something different in your life rather than sit here and try to make something work that's not working just yet. Now, Thursday, I'm seeing 5 of Cups, all right? So there's another down energy here on Thursday. You could be feeling like you're disappointed in the way something worked out. You could be letting your emotions get the best of you again. This is a good day here as well to remember that you're focusing on the past too much. And so it could be simply a mind shift. If you're feeling, look at this 2 days here. Tuesday and Wednesday seem to be your best days. It seems like really good energy. And then whatever was bothering you on Monday could come back to haunt you again on Thursday. All right. And so that's saying here that you can see the 5 of Cups always says the biggest challenge is that you're comparing the past or you're judging your past or you're blaming yourself for the past or somebody's, you're missing somebody, you're holding on to something. But no matter what it's saying, I'm focusing too much on the past. Come back to what just is, the current energy, the now moment. So you have free will as well too, to decide what you're going to focus on. And if you are feeling disappointed about something that's happened, you also have the choice to pick yourself back up and not let it bring you down. Now, Friday, I'm seeing the 3 of Swords again too here. So I am seeing this energy over these 2 days here, something feeling like, or somebody's disappointing you. You could be feeling sad and letting your emotions get the best of you again. All right. So I'm already seeing it, Libra. I'm seeing like spirit God's trying to show you here on Tuesday and Wednesday where your happiness is, where to find happiness. There could be a date coming in. There could be some romance coming in. There could be some movement. Maybe you're hearing from somebody on Tuesday and Wednesday, but then all of a sudden you're silent again or you're feeling down again and you're expecting the worst here on Thursday and Friday. Now, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday, 10 of Pentacles, focusing on home, things coming together, a different energy for you on Saturday. You may be getting together with somebody. This could be hanging out with family. This could be getting work done around the house. This would be, you know, together with somebody, or whatever it is that you've been worried about on these 2 days. It seems like you're going to forget about it on Saturday. This is showing you growth, abundance, success coming your way. So if you know this is coming towards you, but you see these 2 days, this is where you have to take control over other situations that are weighing you down, controlling your day, because it seems like it's stealing your energy, stealing your thunder on Thursday and Friday, where on Saturday we see things are coming together and things are feeling more grounded, and you have a relationship here, or you have people around you, your soul tribe, family, and things looking really good for you. All right, this could be investment too, some investment coming in. Sunday, we're seeing judgment for you. You could be making some important decisions on Sunday. This is where also I'm seeing here, rising to the occasion. So I'm going to go back here. This week is very important for you to make important decisions on where you're letting your energy, who's stealing your energy, what's stealing your energy. Standing up in your truth here, making some important decisions around who you're letting into your inner circle, where you're putting your energy at, because you have somebody trying to enter your life, but I'm also seeing something weigh you down this week. And the Judgment card can say you're basing a lot of your feelings and thoughts this week off of things that have happened in the past. You may be misjudging a situation, or judging yourself too harshly, or judging others too harshly, which is where I'm seeing here you have the strength to pull yourself out of a rut this week that you may get yourself into emotionally and mentally. And if you are separated from somebody, or you feel like somebody's pulling away from you on Thursday and Friday, or you just start questioning or judging yourself for situations that happened in the past, you're seeing that it's only a temporary energy, and it's going to play itself out on Saturday. Seems to be the day of reconciling with people, or reconciling with yourself or your situation. I love you guys. Scorpio, let's look at your overall energy for the week and your 7-day love forecast breakdown day by day. All right, Scorpio, this card wants to come out. All right, appreciation, the gift of grace and witnessing what is holy and what is true. So getting a lot of truth this week too, and standing in your truth as well. So you're the number 14. So I see temperance energy, things coming into balance this week. Maybe this is divine timing for you, and appreciating the good things in life. So this could be a really good week for just noticing what's going on and things coming together for you. Let's see. So if it's in alignment, if you're in alignment, this is going to be a week that really feels comfortable. It feels almost like you don't really have to try that hard to get what you want. All right. Now I'm seeing Knight of Pentacles here Monday, a good day to work. There could be things that you've been working really hard on, starting to see a return of investment. This is saying on Monday, stay productive, stay determined, get organized, just keep mustering through, because your hard work is going to pay off. Now you have a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here, so very grounded energy, a good day to really get shit done. This can also be a return, or somebody coming in with messages, very practical messages, really wanting to invest, let's make plans, let's move forward. So this is going to be a week, if what you've been really working on and you feel in alignment with, you're really going to see a return of investment. Now Tuesday, I'm seeing 7 of Cups. You're getting a really good energy of a lot of options here, really creative energy, a lot of choices. There could be a surprise choice thrown in there, a wild card. Maybe you didn't see this one coming. I do see Tuesday can be a lot of options. So you may feel like, I don't know which way to go. My mind's pulling me all over the place, right? You can get caught up in fantasy land on Tuesday, but also I'm seeing you may have an important choice to make and choose wisely. You have a lot of pretty objects there and a lot of things that you can do, and there could be opportunities coming your way. To me, this card used to also represent a surprise, like, you were manifesting something in the past and you didn't see this coming, but because you said it and then you forgot about it, that's how it works. And now you're seeing it come in. Wednesday, I'm seeing the Lovers card, right? So we're seeing a possibility of a union, sexual connection, falling in love, feeling like you're in alignment. Going back to what I said here is that you seem to be in alignment this week. So if something, that's going to show up in two ways. That's going to say if you're not truly in alignment, you're going to feel it. And you have options. Now, you could have other people even coming into your life here as well. And this is giving you a lot of choices when it comes to love. So choosing love. Somebody could be choosing to really open up on Wednesday. Wednesday, very good day for just attracting in what fulfills your heart. So Scorpio, I'm kind of excited for you this week. It just feels like you don't really have to try too hard this week, and that you may even have a lot of admirers, or this could even be a reconciliation or deepening of a connection that you're already in, right? So let's see, Thursday, the Judgment card. Big decisions on Thursday, all right? Very important decisions. Again, alignment. You have to be in alignment. This is, making the right choices. If you've been judging, if you're making decisions against your highest judgment, well, that's when things get complicated, all right? So the Judgment card, important decisions. This could show up in, making a decision to reconcile with somebody, making a decision to start fresh, making a decision to do something different in your life, get a new job. It's doing something over again. You're getting another opportunity. You may be looking back at your past and looking at way things happened and what are you going to do differently this week. So very important day of making some big choices in your life. Friday, Ace of Cups, right? So you have love starting, an offer coming in on Friday, somebody opening up their heart. This could be an expression of love. This could be, buying something, getting something, doing something that feels good, self-care, reconciliation, somebody telling you that they love you. So that's, to me, this could even be, again, you have choices. Maybe you're making a choice by Friday, or somebody's making a choice that they want to give their heart. You guys both seem to be on the same page. A very strong week for relationships and love for you, Scorpio. Saturday, I'm seeing 8 of Wands. You're seeing a lot of excitement, a lot of things happening, maybe going places, a lot coming at you at once, though. So there's very active energy. Things could really start to speed up for you on the weekend. Keep in mind also, if it has anything to do with work or a lot of things going on, you could be feeling pulled in all kinds of different directions on Saturday. But to me, it feels exciting. Remember, if you're in alignment, you're going to see everything moving for you this week. It's going to feel right. It's going to feel good. This could be the best week of this year so far. I'm going to send that out there for you. Sunday, I'm seeing the Fool card. All right. So you are seeing a reset on Sunday. It feels like by Sunday, you're going to have a whole new plan. You're feeling fresh. You're feeling like, things are really working. We got a lot going on here. And now I just feel joy for you on Sunday. I really want to see what's going on here. So on this right here, we start off with your Scorpio moon, and we have Sagittarius moon going on, and then Capricorn moon, and then Aquarius moon here by the time we get to this weekend. So, the sun and moon, we have the new, um, I don't know, Scorpio. I'm not seeing a reason, but I'm just seeing that this could be a really good week for you. So I'm going to keep it there. You're getting some sort of return of investment. There could be some improvement in your finances, but also by next week, by Sunday, it looks like you're starting the week off feeling pretty damn good and having a fresh go. And who cares about what's happening next? Because it seems like you're pretty excited about all the opportunities. Saturday can bring in a lot of communication for you as well. All right. It feels like maybe people reaching out, or, people you haven't heard from in a while too. I love it. I love you. Sagittarius, your weekly energy and 7-day breakdown in love. Let's get going. This week's overall energy. I am seeing letting go of stories, right? So you have 7 here. 7 can be a frustrated energy, right? It can be like, I'm stuck, I feel stuck, I'm reviewing, I'm trying to figure things out. I'm focusing a lot on what's happened. I'm having to review what's happened. It can feel like a retrograde energy, you know, it's like things from the past are coming up. This could be you know, attachments that you have to stories that you have about a situation that's happening. So this week, this is going to test you. It's about releasing unconscious patterns. Like, why do you get caught up in saying something or doing something or repeating something that might not be true? So fact checking this week is very important for you. Letting go if there's pauses, if there seems to be a block. That block might not be because of something you think it is. There might not even be a block at all. I've learned a long time ago that blocks are in our head. You know, we create blocks because we need a meaning with space, with quiet. We need to know there's something there stopping it, but we're creating the block. All right, so keep that in mind. Monday, Queen of Wands, a good energy to focus on yourself here. There could be a feminine energy around you as well. Somebody who has some good intentions, somebody who wants to talk about the future, somebody who's adding value to your life. This could also be you assessing and having confidence and starting to regroup or look at your future, right? So good energy here to get things done and open your heart. On Tuesday, the World card. Tuesday could be a good day of closures, finding, things ending. All right. So this could be work, projects, relationships, problems we're having, you know, things just finally coming together, right? We're getting it. We're figuring it out. So you are being asked to kind of have confidence this week, stand in your truth here, but that you're going to see by Tuesday here that whatever's been going on it's on some aspect here. This can be finding closure. It could be something repeating itself, but you'll see that things are coming together. Now it's a final, it's a finale. Tuesday says we're finding closure. This is done. This chapter's over. It's time to move forward now. All right. So Wednesday, I'm seeing 3 of Wands. Now I'm seeing where things really change for you. So if you can let go of the past stories you have here about whatever situation that's going on in your life, you're going to see that there's a doorway opening up here and you're making plans here for the future. So in love, if you've got your mind on somebody, you know, and you're feeling like what's going on here, it feels like, I don't know, nothing's coming together, something's not moving. You're seeing here that there is movement behind the scenes, but you're being asked to focus on yourself right now, not focus on what's going on behind the scenes. I know you're here. You want to know. I'm telling you here that it's showing you in these cards that things are coming together. You're kind of in this waiting period, but you know, it shows you here not to make up stories in your head that things aren't working out. Something's coming in for you. And this by Wednesday, you could be making plans with somebody, connecting with somebody, moving forward with somebody, making travel plans with somebody. You're finally getting together and things are taking the next step. You know, it's moving. Thursday, I'm seeing 3 of Pentacles, right? So we do see support around you. Help is on the way. We can see foundation coming in, things grounding in by Thursday, feeling like somebody's putting in the effort. If you had a problem early on, this is a good day for you to work things out with people. There could be money. This could be a good day to learn something or get help with money. Maybe you're figuring out a solution to the problems that you're having. A very good day for things to work itself out for you. So this is a collaboration. This could be a reconciliation with people. Friday, I'm seeing you get the 3s coming in, 3, 3, 3. On Friday, somebody may feel like somebody's pulling away from you again, and this could be like a little bit of a roller coaster fear. Something may come up for you on Friday. If somebody pulls away, you may immediately feel like somebody's separating, somebody's pulling away. But to me, that's a fear of separation. It feels like you're having a hard time when somebody wants space from you or creates a little bit of space. It feels like you immediately feel like you're going to get hurt, disappointed. Maybe there is something on Friday that does disappoint you, but to me, it feels temporary. On Saturday, we're seeing 10 of Pentacles. Again, things coming together, staying home, working with family, connecting with people. So if something disappoints you on Friday, realize that it could be that you're thinking the worst here, when it might be a little bit of a disappointment, but sometimes things like this have to happen to bring us closer. So on Saturday, it feels like there's improvements happening here. You're having problems maybe with somebody, but again, we're still working on things. We're going through this period of adjustment with somebody, and it looks like somebody is invested in you. Sunday, I'm seeing 4 of Pentacles. So again, I see a little glitch here. I see 3 of Pentacles. We're working on things. Maybe we fall back a little bit. Something happens here, but we are getting together. And the 4 by Sunday, it feels like something is really improving for you when it comes to relationships. Feels like no matter what, somebody wants to make something work with you, and you already are so far in that there's no turning back now. All right, so this is where the 3 of Swords can say you're letting fear stop or block you when things are moving forward. Somebody is invested, and you are actually getting more consistency by Sunday. But if something even triggers you on Friday, just be cautious of your triggers on Friday. I love you guys. Capricorn, let's take a look at your overall energy for the week and a day-by-day breakdown in love. All right, letting go of stories for you too. All right, let's see what's going on. So Sagittarius kind of had the same thing too. You're seeing, the number 7, which can feel like a retrograde in a way. It's like, all right, we've got to stop for a second. There seems to be some block, right? Or we feel like there's a block, or things may slow down, and you may get in your head and start to be like, why is there a block? But we create blocks, right? There may not be a block. Sometimes things are rolling, and then things just slow down, and we're meant to focus on a different area in our life, right? But we may be like, we try to attach meaning to why there's silence, right? And so that could be a problem for you this week, and it's an unconscious pattern. So you're being asked to surrender to your attachments this week. And that can show up as you think, something has to be a certain way. It has to be this, and I need validation. And that is how we manifest some of our biggest fears, and we create blocks. So let's look at how this is showing up. Now let's look, this week is going to show you each day what's really happening, and why it's important to let go of what you think is true. All right, so Monday through Sunday. Monday, 4 of Wands. Monday could be a really good day, really happy day for you, actually. Things coming together. Maybe, you feel good. You have a reunion with somebody. There's some events going on. Getting together, feeling happy, feeling joyful. A lot going on around your house. There could be spending time at home, spending time with somebody who comes over, going to somebody else's house, doing something fun. But a very good, happy Monday. On Tuesday, I'm seeing this could be where it starts, right? The 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords on Tuesday, right? And this is, should I take action? What should I do? Questioning everything, right? Maybe they're doing this, maybe I thought this, maybe things were, it's like you just had a very good day on Monday. And now on Tuesday, you're going to start second guessing or doubting. Maybe your person pulls away a little bit. Maybe there's a little bit of a disagreement. Maybe they're not reaching out right away. Maybe you were waiting for that morning text, and all of a sudden you didn't get it, so now you're going to panic. Maybe a person has a headache. Could be something as simple as that. These are limiting beliefs. These are everything that you can think that could possibly go wrong, and everything all day long in your head, analyzing to the point where you're giving yourself a headache. When things were going good, but now today, for some reason, maybe you woke up tired, maybe you have a lot going on, and you're just immediately thinking that whatever was good is no longer good. Wednesday, 5 of Cups. So again, a fear that things are not working out for you. starting to review the past, very disappointed, feeling like something's repeating itself, feeling bad, feeling let down, or feeling like you're gonna get let down. Thursday, the Seven of Pentacles, there's that seven again, right? So I do see a smile on your face. You may see some movement, right? Somebody is invested in you. This can also show up in your life too as other things grow in. Focus on the things you have control over, right? There's that, sometimes it feels like there's a block, but get your mind off things, right? So there could be a couple days here where things don't feel as amazing as Monday. Monday was a really good day, and then all of a sudden things get quiet between you and your person, and everything that you can possibly, it's like anxiety and depression all at the same time. So Thursday, things are starting to come back together here. Maybe somebody reaches out, maybe you're making plans for the weekend, right? And you're also just being asked to focus on the things that you have control over, right? Things are actually looking up for you. Now, Friday, here it comes. We have messages coming in on Friday. Somebody wanting to flirt, some phone calls coming in, your person here looks happy, looks fun, looks wanting to flirt, but look at how you spent the last 3 days. Now, most likely, some of you possibly reached out on Tuesday when you were nervous so you could be validated, and anxious energy, worried, unnecessary worry here on Tuesday. And your person could be, if you were to leave it alone, Friday, it looks like they're coming in like nothing, like, hey, what's up? Let's hang out, right? But if you call them on Tuesday and you're in this energy, you could end up on Wednesday feeling like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Now I'm let down. I let myself down again, or now I feel bad, or now I feel, maybe you did reach out and then you guys had an argument. And then on Wednesday, you're not seeing them, right? So things could definitely, by Thursday, there could be a block because of what we did on Tuesday and Wednesday, how we responded, how we reacted. But if we don't do anything and we just observe our energies on Tuesday and Wednesday, maybe we're just having down days. Maybe we didn't get enough sleep. We just let it grow, leave it alone, and be comfortable with space and not create any stories. We see by Thursday, somebody reaching out, or so we're making plans. And then by Friday, it could be a date, it could be talking, it could be moving forward. Your person may not have even thought anything was wrong, but we could avoid a pattern because of anxiousness. That's anxious attachment, a fear of abandonment right there. So Tuesday and Wednesday could be the days you really need to focus on your triggers. All right, Saturday, I'm seeing the Judgment card. So it looks like a big, huge realization or a wake-up call and decisions on Saturday. You may realize by Saturday what happened. You may be able to look back. So I hope some of you come back and say, hey, you were right. But if you didn't react, if you didn't do anything, by Saturday, it looks like you may have this wake-up. You may realize, wow, I was misjudging this situation the entire time. It looks like we're moving in a new direction. So by Saturday. Now, that doesn't mean that if this happens here and you guys have a pause or something happens, that things will not still work out the same way. But on Saturday, it may feel like we're either moving in a different direction, or you could even be judging yourself and being upset about the situation, or, anything else can happen. So this is just saying it's avoidable. But we are seeing that you're moving in a different direction by the following weekend when it comes to your relationship. Then here comes Sunday, right? Sunday, you're feeling like disappointed again. You're feeling like, all right, now I want more. And this is where you're getting caught up. Maybe you're trying to make something happen sooner than it's supposed to. I see a page here on Friday. This means that it's early stages of a relationship, even if it's a reconciliation, or it shows me the energy your person's in is a page of wands, right? But it looks like you're bored, or you're wanting more, or you're not getting the attention that you want. So on Sunday, be ready, because you could also get in your head and your emotions and start thinking that somebody's not interested in you, because you're not getting attention, or you're not feeling like they're giving the love. But they could be feeling like you're not seeing what they're giving you. They might be feeling like, no matter what I say or do, nothing is making you happy here. But also on Sunday, for some of you, you may be making with Saturday and Sunday, this could be a realization for you. Maybe some of you don't want to be with a page anymore. So that's the Judgment card. Are you with a page? Are you with somebody who shows up when it's fun, but when you want more, they're not there? So you have a lot of decisions to make this weekend, but whatever these 8 of Swords is and this 5 of Cups too, if you're panicking, remember, if you're in a healthy, safe relationship, this anxiety that you have would not be there. So this week here, you have a choice to make. You know, taking a look, is this my pattern? Am I just afraid, or is this a pattern that I'm dealing with? And am I satisfied with the page right now, or am I ready for a king? I can't make a page a king. They have to become a king on their own. So you have a week here. Just, I want you to be aware that there's a lot of triggering that's happening, right? That could happen this week, and you are being asked to pay attention to what is really happening in your patterns. I love you guys. Aquarius, your weekly energy and your day-by-day breakdown in love. All right, frozen for time. This feels like your energy too. You have 16, but it's a 7. So 7 can be, this is going to be a week of non-action, slow down, not yet. All right. So it just feels like kind of chill, kind of cold, you know, kind of disconnected. Maybe this is you disconnected. Maybe you're meant to just kind of step back, right? Slow down. This is not a week for you to initiate, to take action, to push, to move forward. So let's look day by day. All right, let's see. So for some of you, this could be very, very confusing, especially if you're one in movement. But remember, sometimes the magic happens when we do just pause, right? Let something work itself out. Let somebody miss you. Let something gestate. You have silence, right? On Monday, the high priestess, right, is asking you to go within, listen more, slow down, be quiet. Messages, downloads could come in. Somebody could be observing you. Maybe somebody has gone quiet. You could panic, right? But the high priestess is saying, don't panic. Somebody is just taking time, a moment to really think about what they want next. And it's also saying for you to slow down and think about what you want next, right? So you got a really nice divine energy protecting you on Monday, but the silence could freak you out. Tuesday, we see movement on Tuesday. So actually there could be somewhat of a slow, still kind of waiting on something, wondering when it's happening. The 3 of Wands can say a lot of things are happening behind the scenes. Somebody may finally reach out. You could be making plans. This could be going somewhere, a lot of activity around town. Maybe you're thinking about going out, connecting with somebody. But we're seeing movement in progress. So Tuesday looks like it's really starting to clear up. More noise on Tuesday, which means you may hear from somebody. You may finally feel like, all right, it was quiet, but now things are looking good. Things are looking up. Wednesday, I'm seeing the moon card. So things, again, could get kind of confusing on Wednesday. And this is where we may see movement on Tuesday, and we're starting to see, all right, well, it seemed like we were having some progress. We were making progress. We're moving forward, but I still feel like I'm a little bit uncertain about the direction of something. Now, the moon card can, talk about emotions, starting to get into your fears, starting to let, your emotions drive your car. And you might start trying to read into everything on Wednesday. And this is saying, again, don't read into stuff. And don't make assumptions because it's too foggy. Things are still not being 100% laid out for you. There's a lot changing for you still. So this week is going to test you because you may start to see some movement and then it's just not enough. And then things start to get foggy again. Now, by Thursday, we're seeing connection. We're seeing possibility of relationship. It could be a new relationship. It could be finally getting that communication that you've been waiting on. It's it's, you know, finally understanding, maybe you and another person, you know, talking and finally understanding what's going on. Somebody's had time to really think about what they want to say. And it feels like all this emotion and worrying and uncertainty keeping you up at night. So you may lose some sleep here. Also pay attention to your dreams, though. Your dreams may be coming through. You got a week here of some spiritual downloads here that are coming in. And that's why I was saying sometimes when things are frozen, things are quiet, that's when we get the most information. And that's when so much is changing here. And you have, it looks like it's actually changing and it's looking good for you. Something is forming here. But on Wednesday, if we react to our emotions on Wednesday, we could actually create unnecessary change out of fear, and things could change in a different direction than we wanted to. All right. So I am seeing Thursday could be your best day so far. And then by Friday, we're seeing a lot of movement. So whatever energy that you've been going through, feeling kind of quiet here, actually starts to really speed up by the weekend. And the Chariot card is very focused. It's like, you know what you want. Somebody could be returning. You could be going somewhere, making plans, things moving really fast. There could be some travel by Friday. But you are seeing a very good energy in overcoming whatever obstacle that you've been dealing with. Now, Saturday gets a little heavy. You may have a lot going on Saturday. This can show up on you have to finish things that you've started. Maybe you've ignored a lot of things that you've got to put some work into. So you could, you know, feel exhausted on Saturday. And that exhaustion can come from working too hard or worrying too much at the beginning of the week, where you are being asked to kind of be quiet, right? But if you're having a hard time doing that by Saturday, you know, you may feel burdened. You may feel so tired and worn out that you may not have the energy to do the things that you need to do. Now, you could also have a lot of work, a lot of things going on Saturday. This card says, ask for help, you know, delegate some tasks. You know, you've been worried about a lot of things that, you know, Spirit wants you to not worry about these things. You put in way too much pressure on yourself. Sunday, I'm seeing the 9 of Pentacles. So it looks like solitude, spending time with yourself, doing things that make you feel good. This is organization. Sunday feels like a really good, productive day for you. You may want to spend time with yourself, but it does seem like you're in a way better mood here on Sunday, because whatever's gone on with your relationship here on Thursday and Friday seems to be, you have avoided a lot of things that you have to do on Saturday, but by Sunday it seems like you're in a whole different energy. So once you were stuck, now things really feel like you have control of them. And that, you know, now it's like, this is where you actually are seeing success and you're seeing that things really are working out for you. But we could have avoided some of this unnecessary worry. I love you guys. Pisces, this week's energy, and I'm going to do a day-by-day breakdown in love. All right, so what's the overall energy for you this week? I have epiphanies. All right, so aha moments this week, awakening, new directions, and potential. Oh, so this seems like a break for you this week. You may realize something very, very important. And this could also be a week too that the people around you or the person that you're dealing with, you know, there's a new direction, there's an aha moment. We notice where we've been misaligned. All right. So let's see Monday. You have the Empress card here at the bottom of the deck. So we're seeing too growth and things forming, things actually starting to feel like I just noticed my cucumber plant, it just sprouted up. I thought that it wasn't going to sprout. And then I saw it today and I was like, yes. All right. So that's going to be kind of like this week where you're seeing the growth, right, in a situation. Now, Monday, right out the gate, we're seeing the Sun card, right? So you have already a beautiful day of expressing yourself, creativity, truth, and clarity. A lot of luck around you, something being illuminated. This is also an energy of growth. This could be falling in love, new romance coming into your life. All right, just feeling happy in the moment, feeling contentment, feeling joy. All right, so Tuesday, I'm seeing the 7 of Swords though. So Tuesday, it looks like whatever happens on Monday, it's like Tuesday, I don't trust it. I'm not trusting everything. All right. So this could also be a day where truths come to light again. Like maybe somebody confesses something. Maybe you weren't seeing clearly a situation. You could be doubting a situation. This is going to be a day to really question. If somebody's not being 100% clear, you may ask for honesty this week. But with all the other energy here, we're starting to see that you already see clearly. So maybe you've been lying to yourself about something and you're seeing the truth about a situation. You may be seeing the way you've been thinking about a situation. You may realize that somebody's been hiding their feelings from you and you could get the truth. So this day here, it looks like Tuesday is going to be the real aha awakening moment. But it starts on Monday where you're just in this different energy and you're being able to see the truth of everything. Now, Wednesday, the Hanged Man, this looks like when you finally shift your perspective. Wednesday, you're realizing, all right, so the way I thought something was isn't exactly the way it was, but now I'm not sure what to think, right? So on Wednesday, I would say don't come to any strong conclusion. Let things be for a minute. You may feel like there's a pause or silence on Wednesday. Somebody could be thinking about something they said. Maybe you had a revelation on Tuesday and somebody needs some time to really figure out what the next step is. On Thursday, I'm seeing the Fool. So you're seeing somebody possibly coming back in. All right, we're clearing the slate. We're starting new. Thursday could be a day of all kinds of new, fresh starts. It's like we've cleared something up. We're moving in a new direction here by Thursday. So remember, Tuesday and Wednesday look like this is the Epiphany day. All right, a lot of truths coming your way, a lot of realizations, right? But by Thursday, it feels like you're in this energy of ready to move forward, move on from it. We have Friday, the Strength card. So messages coming in, the courage to move forward, strengthen in a relationship, self-control on Friday. You may need self-control on Friday. This is where, you're mending, things coming together for you on Friday, right? But you are being asked to refrain from messaging out of loss of control. So remember that there could be a lot of communication on Friday. So to hold back, to kind of refrain from reacting emotionally on Friday. Saturday, Three of Pentacles. You could be getting together with people, things working out on Saturday. Could be a very productive day for you. You could be making plans to get together. Things are working out. So on Friday, it feels like you may get triggered a little bit and, self-control on Friday. Saturday, it looks like we're building something. We're moving forward. We're connecting. We're collaborating. This could be work for you. This could be money, some way to make money as well. On Sunday, I'm seeing Judgment, making a huge choice, right? This is also, to me, this whole week is moving in a new direction. The worst days for you, or the most clear days for you, could be Tuesday and Wednesday. All right. Now we're seeing a lot of major arcana playing out for you this week. So a lot of this could be internal. A lot of this by Sunday, you may be realizing that your life or your relationship is moving in a different direction. We're giving something a second chance. We're reconciling. There's forgiveness on Sunday. All right. But on Friday, just be aware that there could be moments where we could lash out or lose control. Saturday, it feels like you're coming together. And then Sunday, it looks like you guys are making a decision to move in a new direction. All right, a very big decision when it comes to relationships. I love you guys.